Hey there, comic friends and fiends. It's Rob from my great wall of comics. And joining me today, not Chris the comic vet, but Kenny from Caps on Comics and his great wall of comics. How you doing,
Hey,
Kenny?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on the show today, Rob.
Hey, my pleasure. I'm glad that you could fill in for me last minute. For those of you guys who are wondering where the hell is Chris the comic vet, we established earlier he's been involved in some very shady dealings with some comic book fight club and smuggling underage comics across the border. Well, he thought he was off the hook, but the legal troubles have caught back up with him, and so he's back talking to the Canadian authorities. Not what's happening. But it sounds good, so let's just go with that. Let's keep spreading rumors. While we're at it, let's just say he's pregnant with a stack of comics. Why not?
Yeah.
Oh, let's say hello to a few people here in the chat. Gary, how you doing? He's first. Gary was hoping to be on here, but he's on call, so he couldn't join today. But he made the suggestion to Kenny, so thank you very much, Gary, for helping us out and getting this rolling here. James, the ever-present, ready to win. He's just here for the freebies, I'm sure. I'm sure he's got the whole family and everybody else lined up to go for the pull books. And it's been restocked. This box, we definitely need to do some pulls because this box is almost full now. So, whereas before it was only halfway. Yes, you've loved the WWF promos. Great. Excellent. If you don't know that reference and you're watching this, DJ Links and I tonight, we have a box battle, the Go Dork Yourself 2 mystery box. We battled in the first round of the Go Dork Yourself mystery box, and I pulled out a win at the last minute when I pulled out the grand prize, the Iron Man number 9 up there, and so we're going to battle again. And this time we have 3 judges that are going to score each round just in boxing style. And we also have the dorkeries themselves are going to be there for to join us for color commentary. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And we've been battling back and forth with some promos on Instagram this morning or afternoon, depending upon which side of the coast you're on. Marty, how you doing? Great to see you. Beth, here to help out your man, get yourself some books. Thanks for joining us here. All right, so as usual, we got ourselves a box of slabs. We're going to go through it. We'll talk about them. Kenny's going to throw out some commentary as usual. If you have questions about the books, the slabbing process, whatever, by all means, feel free to ask away, because this is an opportunity also to share with you some information about slabbing comic books, if it's something that you're interested in learning more about. Also, as usual, everything is for sale at the right price. Some of them,
even the shirt.
That's right. Even the new shirts. This was especially, I had to make sure I wore it today because DJ Links is always wearing his own gear. So if I'm going to battle DJ Links, I had to make sure that I had my own swag. It tastes like victory. Yeah. Anyways, so there we go. Look at it. Gary just got called to work. He says every week he tries to watch the show and he gets called to work each time. Poor man. All right. So let me go ahead and make myself bigger here as we go. And let's pull off the first one. So anyways, I was saying every single book is for sale. If the price is right, we can talk about it. But some books, the price may not be a right price. It may not be fair market value price because I'm not really much of a seller sometimes. But anyways, all right. First book. I picked this one up pretty recently. I've been working on my Batman run. I'm working on right now. My focus is from 250 to 400 because I have from 400 on up to today. But every once in a while, I grab something that's below the 250 realm when I see something that's just, hey, that looks like a fair price. And I was able to pick up Batman 150 in an 8.5. It's not really a key or anything, but it's just an older book that it's got a fun cover. Whatever reason it is, there's something about the this was 62, the 50s and 60s. They just love to seem to keep giving Robin like superpowers for a moment or something.
Yeah, it reminds me of one cover where it's like Robin Crusoe and he's on an abandoned island. He's got a mullet and a beard.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just kind of weird, especially like if you look. I've been picking up a bunch of the world's finest comics, and like the first 100 issues, it's like every other issue is Superman loses his power, and Batman or Robin or both of them somehow have his powers temporarily. It's, it's the weirdest. Oh, but I did pick up. I just ordered the other day, and I can't wait when it gets here. It's going to be a lot of fun. Is World's Finest Comics issue number 7. Now, that book I didn't get the original. Unfortunately, it's a flashback reprint, like my Submariner number 1 from the Golden Age. But it's a classic cover of Batman, Robin, Superman sitting on turrets from a battleship, World War II. Awesome
it's
book.
so phallic.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I mean, just,
the cannons just come.
Yeah, it is showing Europe. Look, the American men.
Excuse me.
Yeah, exactly. Excuse me while I whip this out.
All right. First Silver Age appearance of the Scarecrow. I picked this one up just about a month ago. Managed to pick this one up. I was going out to the first little pop culture con thing that I went to this year. Over in Lodi, California. They were in a shopping mall. I went over there to drop off some comic books with my presser, and he had this on his wall, and we worked out a deal. Add that to the collection. Now it's got me looking for my next one. I'm trying to find is a decent price on I think it's 171, the first Silver Age Riddler.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I'm looking for right now. Yeah.
That's a great cover.
This was the last book when I was working on. Oh, damn it! The problem with putting these, at least it was the bag. All right. So the problem with these boxes, guys, with slab boxes, is depending upon the thickness of the book, getting them in and out is weird. And of course, if you're a person like me who tries to alphabetize them in there, you're slipping them in between and they rub. And fortunately in their bag, but it's chewed up the bag. So I'm going to have to replace the bag before I put this away today. But Batman 635, our introduction of Jason Todd coming back. It's the Red Hood. This book here was the last book I picked up when I was working on my 500 on up run. This was the last book I needed when I was working on that section of my Batman. I should grab that one. Love this.
Yeah, that's a great cover. It's interesting that you keep the bags. Like, Rob, that's the first thing I do when I get a new slab in is that bag goes right in the garbage.
Oh, I do, and then I replace them with my own bags. But I keep them in the bags because when I put them in the boxes, I don't want the.
Yeah.
I'd rather get chewed up.
Absolutely.
Then the slab gets scratched up. Now, if I put them on the wall, obviously the ones on the wall have no bag on them. But while they're in the box, they get a poly bag. I tried using the Mylar ones, but the Mylar ones are no good for slabs.
Yeah, they're real tough. I imagine they break and cut up pretty bad.
Yeah. All right. Batman 100, the current run. This was a book that some of you guys who've been watching my channel for a while may know the odyssey of this poor book. This was a book that I picked up from an online retailer. I don't remember the name, so I'm not going to say it right now off the top of my head because I don't want to misname the retailer. But I bought it off of eBay. They pre-sold 9.8, so I was able to buy it for like $49 pre-sale early on in a 9.8. So I said, hell yeah, because I was doing these Jimenez covers, and it came and the slab was damaged. And I immediately contacted them, and they basically ghosted me and wouldn't respond. Then eBay wouldn't help you because they pre-sold it. It took so many months from the sale date to when you were actually reporting anything. They said it was too long, and so they wouldn't help me. And so I ended up having to eat the reslabbing fee myself, the reholder fee. So a cautionary tale to any of you who buy graded or guaranteed 9.8 pre-orders, just be aware that any protection that you think you have with eBay is probably out the window by the time you get that slab, especially with the lead times that CGC's guaranteeing right now. I mean, even from a reputable dealer, I just bought one yesterday, a guaranteed 9.8 on a special retailer exclusive cover. And they're saying, oh, January 2022 is when we hope to get it to you.
Sweet Jesus.
Well, I do have books in CGC that, based on the lead times and they're receiving everything else right now, because it was being pressed there as well,
Okay. Yeah.
that it's February of next year that is the estimate to getting it back. I think I sent it in like in April. So it's almost as bad as some sending a book off for Jim Lee signing. I have a book
that's incredible.
I have some books that went out to a Jim Lee signing over a year ago that we're still waiting because Jim Lee's off doing new signings.
Yeah,
but
I just
books
got an email
but he's still got books stacked up in his office to sign that he's taken in over a year ago.
Yeah, I get emails all the time from CGC like, we're doing another exclusive signing with blah blah blah, and I understand artists and stuff, but I don't understand actors. Why? What with them doing their signatures? Like, I know that people want that, and I know that they sell. It's just me. Like, I'm for real. Like, why would I want an actor's signature on my comic?
So yeah, you know, I think if I had if it was a cover where the cover is the actor on it, like one of those photo ones, I could see that. Or I will tell you that there is a book I have set aside for actors' signatures, but it's the comic book of Firefly. And so when I find the actors who play, it's a comic book based on a property that was a show versus the other way around. So I agree with you. I've always, and those ones are usually stupid expensive too.
Yeah.
They're like 300, 400. Yeah. It's like, you're like, well, wait a second. Whereas like Jim Lee, you're like $110 for Jim Lee. Oh wait, 140. I can also get Williamson and I get a triple signed and slabbed for 140. Yeah. But all right. So here's a book. I don't know if you've ever heard of this character before. She's a little esoteric, but she's kind of been gaining some steam lately. Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen. This, of course, is the comic bug variant of Edge of the Spider-Verse, #2, the first appearance of Gwen Stacy. Now, what's very interesting about this cover, so you had the first, second, whatever, it had a color shift. The third print, which was the design variant, the green and white, and then you went back to the original with the color shifting banner at the bottom. This comic bug variant, there was a color and a black and white. I see these all the time on eBay, and people asking $500, $600 for them, which you want to be very careful. There's actually two different printings for this color version of Edge of the Spider-Verse Gwen Stacy in color. And the only way to know is by looking at the barcode at the bottom. So there's a first print and there's a sixth print.
Wow.
This is the sixth print. The sixth print shouldn't be worth $500. Just so we're clear. But most people who watch me know my opinion on subsequent printings for the most part.
Yeah. Saturating the market. My daughter loves Gwen Stacy, and Spider-Gwen is such an awesome character.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
I have the one back, like you have the first run. It's a great book.
This is the second printing.
Okay.
On mine, I really at the time I just couldn't pull the trigger on a first print on what it was, and I was able to get the second print, which was already signed and remarked.
Oh, that's cool.
I was able to get it for like $200 back when I picked that up about 8 months ago. So, you know, I will take a second print signed and remarked in a 9.6 and save myself a few bucks because it's never going away. It's just going to sit on my wall or in my box of collection at various points. But all right, next up. Let's say hello to a couple more people here. Shop for Comics in here. How you doing? I see that Caps, you're doing a great job of talking to people in the chat, which I'm horrible at sometimes, so can't keeping me honest in there. Navs Comics, yeah, I'm glad you guys are here. Yeah, You always like to see it when he gets deep, don't you? Oh, we forgot to tell you, Kenny. You know what your job actually? The job title is being the color commentary on this show. Is that you're the
No, what's
fluffer? You're the fluffer. Sorry.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Next up here, I don't know how have you been thinking about Peach Momoko? What are your thoughts on her?
Okay, so I just learned. Okay, so I need to preface this with so my knowledge of new comic books is very, very, very minuscule. And a lot of that is because I was out of collecting for over 20 years. And I got back because of not Spider, Iron Man in
Mm-hmm.
2008. That's what got me back into it was, and I just talked about this last night with Nick on Nick's Kicks and Comics. And like, I watched all the superhero movies in the 90s and the early 2000s, and they were okay, but it was between Nolan's Batman and Iron Man that
Mm-hmm.
got me back. I was like, superheroes are cool again. So started collecting again, and I leapfrogged off of my collection from like the 90s, and that was some 70s, 80s,
Right.
a little bit of 90s stuff, and I just went backwards from there because at that phase in my life, I was doing the same thing with music.
Right.
I didn't think anything good was coming out, so I was going backwards in time. So I did the same thing with
Understand.
comic books. One of my friends in the community, he's Mike from Evil Comics,
Mm-hmm.
and he reviewed this Peach Momomo comic book, and he did such a great job. She actually messaged him on Instagram saying, "Did a fantastic job with the interview of the book." And so Mike gets back to me. He's like, "Look how awesome this is! Like she's reading my stuff, and she's so nice. But I wish she would have left a comment on YouTube."
Or somebody
You
could
know,
see it.
yeah, so you could prove the interaction. And
Right.
so that's the first time I ever heard of her. And so like I started looking and I haven't read the book. I don't really know about the content. The covers are amazing. So like I said, I'm just getting into this, but I am aware of who she is.
Yeah, so she did a lot of covers. Was the big rage last year? Was basically last year she was an independent artist, and basically anytime anybody wanted to sell a cover, they had her do a variant. And cause she got super hot thanks to a book one of her Gwen Stacy Spider Gwen books that
Okay.
just blew up. And they did a whole bunch of stuff. Now she's Marvel, one of the new Marvel. What do they call them? They call them the Stormbringer Breakers now, instead of the Young Guns was the old names. Anyways, but so here's one of her books. This was Fallen Angels 2. This was, oops, let me go ahead and make myself back big again. This was a book. I really kind of dug this cover, Wolverine running with the wolves there. I love some of these books. I think it's hit and miss with Peach. I do love all her sketch covers, and there's one that we'll get to in this box, but this was one of those covers. I saw this and I had to go try and find one of these. Happy to pick this one up. I bought this from a toy store.
Wow.
So I didn't expect much, and so it's a 9.6, and that's fine. It's
Amazing.
it's just beautiful art, and that's
Yeah, it is beautiful art. She is a talented artist.
and that's one of the things about slabbing books. When you're a person who like is into slabs, it's often because, at least for me, it's half of it is it's about the art and wanting to be able to have a way to preserve and display the art.
Yeah, and that's one of my things. Like so, like besides your communities, you have your pro raw, pro slab. All right, so separate those.
And we can get along.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's brother against brother. But within those two communities, you have separate communities. You have your art lovers versus your story lovers.
Mm-hmm.
And the story was always secondary to me. I was always about the art, and I love the cover, man. And so that's why I don't have an issue with slab. I love to see the art, and so that's 90% of the book. I'm sorry, all the writers out there. There are great writers. I love Denny O'Neil, and so like. Yeah.
I think the artists sometimes they get the joy. They can sell a book, and the artists or the writers they'll either keep us coming back, or they'll drive us away.
Exactly. And what's interesting coming back into this hobby is back in the day, it was all about the artists. It was like, in the 90s, it was McFarlane and Lee, Lifer, Liefeld.
Yeah.
But now I'm seeing that it's all about the writer.
Yeah.
The writer's what's holding everyone's attention, and it's so hard to find good artists.
Yeah, I think we've matured. I think a lot of the collector,
Yeah,
especially when it comes to the same collector base, this is a lot of us are the same people. We've just grown up. This work,
yeah,
So now we've matured. We understand. Hey, it's about some of it's about the story and stuff. We actually are telling people, no, mom, I'm not buying the magazine for the pictures. I'm reading the stories.
yeah,
More
yeah.
reference for the Slab Hub. Get it? Anyways, here's a Ghost Spider book. This is just a fun cover. I love this upside down. This is Gomez cover. Who is it again? I'm sorry. It's Carlos Gomez. This was for see, Ghost Spider. So this is the current. It was Spider Gwen, Radioactive Spider Gwen, Ghost Spider, Ghost Spider. This was the most recent of the iterations. You got to remember how, I mean, it is the weirdest. They can't keep a title for.
Yeah. And so, like, I don't mean to stop you in between each
Yeah.
book.
No, this is what we do.
I bought the Lego Daily Bugle, all right, that just came out like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It's a massive set. And what's interesting is it comes with Spider Gwen, but she's called Ghost Spider on the box. So my daughter's like, why is she called Ghost Spider? Her name's Spider Gwen. I'm like, I don't know that. I've got to look that up. And so I never did look that up. I don't really understand why they changed it from Spider Gwen to Ghost Spider.
Well, so Spider Gwen was never her character name, actually. So
even
when she first, it was kind of, it was like when it's a Gwen Stacy, but she's Spider-Man. But in her universe, when she first gets introduced in the first volume, she's Spider-Woman. Right, is what she's going by. Well, when she then later on, I think it's in the third series, Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider, and she's spending more time in this 616 universe. She changes her name to Ghost Spider because Spider-Woman is already being used by several people.
Three out of different ones.
So she ends up going by Ghost Spider. So that's why. Okay. That's her character. That's her actual character name. Spider Gwen was never her character name that people were walking down the street going, "Oh, hey, look, it's Spider Gwen." No, that just never was going. Never, not very good for your secret identity. Speaking of Ghost Spider, so this is actually Peach Momoko homage to the book that made her famous. So she made her own, or she originally did a book that was her Gwen in the Ghost Spider outfit with the cell phone up, and the Gwen Stacy in it. And then this was an homage to that she did of her own. We're changing it to the Gwenum.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And I love that portmanteau of Gwenum. That's just, how many things can you do with that? Like, so bearded comic bro, he's coming up with alcoholic drinks, and he wanted to make them superhero themed, and I'm like, you always have the Gwen and tonic, and so
is that going to mix a little bit of Jaeger into for the? No, that'd be no. All right, Gwen Stacy. Now here's a series that got stopped. Was a victim of the pandemic. It was supposed to be, I think it was supposed to be 6 issues originally. We got 2. Then pandemic, they stopped. Marvel killed the title, never came back to it. This is the Romita Hidden Gem variant. And this was telling basically the origin / backstory of the 616 Gwen Stacy before we got introduced to her in Amazing Spider-Man. All right, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 more books, and then we'll do our first giveaway here.
Cool.
Next one up. All right. So this was Gwen Stacy number 2. This cover was pure fire. This was an Inyak Lee. Ji Hung Lee. Sorry, Ji Hung Lee. Variant. There were 3 different variants of this book that were done. This cover is kind of. There we go. So we had without the mask variant. There was a virgin variant with the mask, and then there was the trade dress with the mask. So some of you guys if you watched one of the previous episodes, you've seen my variant of this with the mask that was signed and has a remark on it from Ji Hung Lee. But this is just the straight pure version one.
Is that CBCS?
No, these are PGX slabs.
PGX. Okay.
Yeah.
I just looked at I have two PGX, and it looks completely different.
These are the more recent slab. This is not their newest label. Their newest label has a hologram sticker now here, I think, and on the backside, this has been dropped down lower, so that way because now you can have the grader's notes printed right on the back.
Yeah, okay.
And so it gives them a space to print the grader's notes on it. But this was a step up from their old labels that used to look like the old CGC labels, right? Because if you really know the history of PGX, originally their original name was the CCG, and they got sued by CGC and had to change it and went to PGX. But they've always tried to make themselves look similar. I had a stick where last year I had a lot of books graded with them. And I got a good sample size, and I will say that I'll be doing a video pretty soon talking about why I go into detail why I no longer use them after having used them for a year and having a good true sample size, as opposed to some of the people who've made some comments on one book or another for various, I sent one book and here's my one book experience. But anyways, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole right now. Peter Porker.
Spider-Ham
9.0. This came out of a mystery box recently that I got. I was super happy to pick this up because
I almost bought that damn book like 3 weeks ago, and then I just couldn't bring myself to spend that money because it's like, why is it worth so much? Like, I just want like a $4 or $5 thing, and they're not selling under $50, and that's for raw books.
Yeah, it's the first appearance of Peter Porker, and
I just filmed Evolution of the Spider-Verse, and I talked about like 7 different characters: Spider-Man, Spider-Girl, Spider-Woman, Silk.
Silk. Silk's blowing. They just got named a showrunner for the Amazon show that's going to be based on Silk.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. But good job on your Spider-Ham.
Yeah, and actually, this is great because this was a mystery box pull, and this was great because I think I had a direct version and a newsstand version that are actually off at CGC right now, and I expect that my direct version was only going to come back in 8.5, 8.0 range. So this should be an upgrade from the direct version that I have off at CGC, which means I'll sell one of them or give it away at some point.
Well, Goose Rider does not get enough.
Goose Rider, Bunny Hulk, Captain America.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. We got the
what's going on, Rod?
Here. How's it going, Rod? Oh man, dude, I'll tell you, Rod was so long ago. Rod was the first man to reach out to me and tell me that he was going to promote my channel one time back when I think I had 30 viewers or something. I just started. It was I was like blown away that somebody in the community would go out of their way to help promote somebody new and stuff. So Rod, love to you, my friend, for helping me down my my journey.
Yeah, and Rod, now you know why I have not messaged you back. Rod just sent me a message like maybe 5 minutes ago. So yeah, that's why.
All right, this is the last book. Then we'll do our giveaway. So this one here, this is kind of wish John Byrne was doing signings, because this book, the second I ever find out that man's doing a signing, this book is going, because John Byrne did everything in this book, and this is like, aside from this She-Hulk, I can't point very well that one there. This is like the other She-Hulk book to have, which is from the Sensational She-Hulk run. This is the book where basically it's talks about breaking the fourth round. The writer's trying to get her to jump rope, not wearing any clothes. And I've read this book. It's pretty fun. It's actually a funny book. But it very shines light on the objectification of women in comics from a message standpoint. And of course, I love the cover art of her hiding behind the comic code. It's just a great juxtaposition there.
It's not just commentary on the industry; it's commentary on the time at
Yeah.
this moment in history. You know, this is a period of hyper masculinity, and so like
1992.
yeah,
this,
yeah, and so like
this is the beginning of the foil age,
exactly,
as I like to call it.
Yeah.
We had image launching, and all right. Let's do a giveaway here. Burn is amazing. Yes. Yeah. He's just walled himself off from everything. All right. So what we're going to do here is you're going to want to hashtag. You're going to leave a comment. You're going to put hashtag Slab Hub in the comment, and I'm going to go ahead and get our comment grabber ready here. Sure. All right, so we're bringing this up here, and we'll just wait for. We'll give it a moment. I'm going to remove that for a second. Well, it's ready to go, so we'll get some time for some people to type in the Slab Hub, and then what we'll do is we're going to get that person. Lucky winner is going to get 5 pulls from the box. Kenny is going to be your man today. Kenny, we have 2 choices on how we can pull books, and you can mix and match. So the usual way is I just kind of run my hand back and forth down along the top of the books. You tell me when to stop, and I pull a box. Alternative is you can say 10 from the front or whatever, and we'll go that way as well. So I'm seeing a couple. I see James, I see Nav, I see some bear. I see Gary's able to put some back in here, which is good. Right, and he's playing from work. That's great. Hey, I don't care. No harm, no foul. You got your hashtag in. And let's see, I'll go with a 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, potato. Done. All right. So we'll go ahead and do this. Remember, if you live in US or Canada, shipping is free. If you live in Canada, sorry, duties and stuff are on you. Anywhere else, we'll have to talk about how you can pay for shipping if you want the books. All right. So let me go ahead and add this to the stream here. Let's collect our comments. It says we have 7 entries. So I don't know if anybody spelled it wrong or not, but that's where we're at. So let's go here and see our winner, and our chicken dinner goes to Never Could Figure It Out. Congratulations. All right. So let me grab the box. Oh, sweet Jesus. Or, sorry. This is comics. Sweet Christmas. All right. How are we going to do the first one?
The first one, back and forth. Yeah, that's fun.
All right.
And stop.
Ooh, right from there to the back. First book up. We have Mark Spector Moon Knight issue number 5.
Awesome.
Very cool. I've heard that character's kind of heating up a little bit.
And stop.
Web of Spider-Man. Issue 65. We got Gravita. Ooh, Titania's in this one. I hear she's coming up. These are all newsstands. What was I thinking?
All right, and stop.
All right. Okay, this is an image book 3. Looks like Sparta.
Yeah.
Cool.
This time, let's just do third from the front.
Third from the front.
Mix it up, Rob.
2, 3. Ooh, X-Men 106.
Ah, that one's awesome.
That's a nice book. All right, last one.
Okay. And stop.
The Defenders 35. Still 25 cents. So you got some Bronze Age goodness in there.
Yeah, I always love the Defenders. They were great.
All right. So we'll put that aside for right now. We'll come back to that. We'll do another drawing towards the end. So let me put a Post-it on this in case we get two winners and we don't get our duplicate winners, which we've had from time to time. Oops. Now don't write on the comics, right off to the side. Never could figure it out. All right. So what you want to do there is make sure that you message me on Instagram with your address, although I might have it from some mystery boxes before. But we'll make sure we get that out to you this week. All right. Back to the mystery, to the slabs. Oh, this is a Battle Lines variant, another Ghost Spider. But look at that grade.
Wow.
Now,
that's only like the second 10 I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, well, you'll see another one in this box too. But again, this is it's a PGX, and PGX grades differently than CGC and PG and CBCS. What I've learned from listening to the head graders, some of their interviews and stuff. So CGC basically starts at a 9.8, and then it has to have plus attributes in order to move up.
Okay.
PGX starts at a 10 and starts moving down. Okay. So by the pure nature of the fact that you start at the top and you work your way down, as opposed to having to have plus attributes, it makes it you're going to see more 10s.
Okay.
And so that's why, it is true when people say something about that, oh, it's a PGX versus that. It is true because it's a different grading method. Not only is it subjective, but it's a different system. They follow the Overstreet guide on what they do. But still, it's always fun to have a book like that. Just a beautiful Battle Lines Gwen Stacy #1 or Spider Gwen book. Oh, this is my man, my main man. Well, not really my main man, but he's pretty much the character that I get known for on this channel for my love of the 90s. One of my first titles that I got into because it was what was available to me. James is pulling out. He's calling his shot there. 2099. Yep. Spider-Man 2099.
I have that. I love that book.
Yeah. So I have
Miguel O'Hara.
Yeah, Miguel O'Hara. I just fell in love with the whole goodness, the whole nature of how he got his powers, and the little things that they did where they kind of took some of the science aspect of giving him the little talons to be able to cling to the wall, and the venom and the spinnerets in his arms and all the other stuff. And I thought, that's flipping brilliant.
And first Latino Spider-Man. So Miles Morales, first African-American Spider-Man,
right. Second
Latino Spider-Man, Miguel O'Hara, #1. That's so right. I'm a big fan.
Latino Irish.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, this is my I have a couple of these. This one here is just the 9.8 PGX. I have a CGC one that's actually off at a signing, getting Peter David signing on it. No, I already had Peter David. I already had Peter David. It's getting Rick Leonardi to sign it. So that way I'll have it double signed with both of the creators on that one there. So that's a 9.8.
It's going to be a good year for you.
That's the direct one. So let's go with the newsstand variant in a 9.6. So this one, my man slotted up and he sent it, arranged to get it to me, but Super Jessie actually is the one. It belonged to her. She had it since she was a youngin', and had it, and they gifted it to me because they knew how much I loved Spider-Man 2099. And thank you very much, both Slotted Up and Super Jessie especially. Thank you. I love this book. It actually allowed me to sit there to go out, and then finally, thanks to Taylor Winder, I was able to pick up my white, the Toy Biz variant. That's off at CBCS right now, getting graded. And then I have
his first appearance too, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, I have about 5 copies of the 365. They're all like there's like 3 of them are like 9.6. I don't have a 9.8 yet because finding a 9.8 that's unless you buy it slabbed as a 9.8, at this point in time is almost impossible with so much black on the cover
Yeah.
and that hologram. There's either scratches on the hologram or something on the black that get dinged up. But I'm happy with these books. But I have the white one that's being slabbed, and then I have the actual Toy Biz figure still on card with the comic book still in there as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Out in the garage. So, all right. So now we're going to get into a run here. By Submariner number 1 from 1968, which is usually up on the wall. The other day I realized, I happened to look at it and realized, that looks odd. And I pulled it down and realized it had never been pressed. It had several pressable defects in it. I acquired it originally as a slabbed book. It was a 7.0. So it's off being pressed and getting regraded, given that Namor is finally getting his due now. But I have several other Namor books as we start the run here. So here we go. Submariner issue 2 in an 8.0.
That's awesome. I love John Buscema.
Yeah.
Or is that John Saul Brodsky?
This is John.
They did.
It's John Buscema.
Yeah.
So this is, you got Plant Man appearance. This is a, I mean, these books, I acquired these raw and got these. I looking for some good quality books, and you're going to see here in this run. This is a run of some freaking 9.2 Submariner number 3.
Oh, that one's awesome too.
Introducing the Leviathan. And you never guess what comes after 3.
Maybe 4.
There you go. This is the low grade in it here. 6.5 in a Submariner number 4. I love this battle, this picture. It's just a great one.
Yeah, that one's great. So with your account with PGX, do they have tiers like CGC does? Like
no.
Like no?
No. So PGX is strictly, I mean, well, technically yes, but no. It's strictly, there's an age, right? There's a modern book from 1975 on, and there's pre-1975.
Okay.
That's it, the 2 tiers. And then it's value all the way up to $4,000.
Okay.
So there's no going.
I wasn't talking about like as far as submittals. It was like packages that you can pay membership to. Like you get like a basic membership.
0 memberships.
Oh wow, that's nice.
It's just $13 for a modern book under $4,000, and then like another $13 to slab it or press and clean, and they do a 30-day turnaround time. So roughly, so that's why so many of these books. I mean, as of somebody when I was getting into it early on, I didn't want to pay a membership fee because the membership fee, people say, "Oh, you get your membership fee back." Really, I'm paying $150 so that way I can get $150 in grading. That's not really. That's just silly. I don't know. Anyways, but different issues down the line. All right, here we go. This is aside from number 1, this is the big boy book in the group here. Submariner number 5 in a 7.5. This is our first appearance of Tiger Shark, and I'll tell you, this is a great villain for Submariner, but this is a book that, man, there are a lot of really tore up copies out there. Holy cow!
I always like Tiger Shark, and like there's a SpongeBob villain, like Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy always fight this guy. He always reminds me of Tiger Shark. Their suits are like so close.
All right, number 6.
That's awesome. That's a great cover.
This one was one I was really disappointed with. But to get the 6.5 on it, I was hoping it was going to be better. But I mean, it's a tough cover to get. This is the on top of the news photo. So issue number 7. This is a classic cover, but almost as classic as the next one. You know what number 8 is off the top of your head?
No.
making sure I'm right.
I do like Submariner, but he was never like at the top of my list, you
Right.
know?
So there is nothing better than a battle with the Thing.
Yeah.
So here we go. Submariner versus the Thing. This so hard. Again, so much black on the cover at this point in time. If it's not already slabbed, so hard to find one in a high grade like this. And this was one I did. I managed to actually buy this off of eBay. I think I paid like $20 for this book.
That's awesome.
Amazing. So about 8 months ago, I went and picked up these first 12 issues of Submariner, and I was buying them raw. And there's so many people trying to sell them, and nobody was buying Submariner. It's like trying to, it's like Aquaman for DC. Ain't no, there's a few people who dig it, but the majority of them go like, fuck that guy.
I know, like it's crazy. Like Aquaman keys are still like so undervalued, and like I got his Silver Age origin story, and it was like $150. I can't remember exactly the number off the top of my head. Yeah, it's just an Adventure Comics 260. Just got it on a lark.
I'm hearing books. All right, there we go. Number 9. We have our beginning of the origin of the Serpent Crown.
Yeah, that was really nice too.
This one's, again, a lot of red. They're great looking covers, but man, are they hard to. Come on, book.
I've heard they're incredibly difficult to clean. Like when you start trying to clean the cover, it's got a lot of red. It just comes right off.
Yeah. All right, come on. All right, here we go. Let me just do it this way. All right, number 10. Now we have our Barracuda cover, first appearance. I believe it was first full appearance of Carthon the Quester, whatever.
Never heard of that one.
Yeah, sometimes there's an appearance of somebody that you'll never hear from again. As we get towards
supposed to be. Wolverine was totally supposed to be a one-off character.
A one and done. All right, this one is my highest graded of all the Submariner books I have, these first 12 issues. This one's from 1969. Again, a lot of black on this cover. There you go, Submariner issue number 11.
I always love pictures where you have the bullseye. It always looks so cool, like the telescope and everything.
Yeah. So this one, I think this, as I recall, this is actually a periscope in this particular case.
Yeah.
But tomato, right? A periscope is what? Nothing more than a telescope for underwater boat.
You never put a rifle in the water when you know.
Rounds don't go very well in water. All right, the last of my run, issue number 12. Submariner number 12 here in a 9.0. So these are all, there's a lot of 8.5s and 9 range Submariner books, and every single one of these I picked, except for the number 5. No, even number 5 I picked up raw.
I feel bad for that villain. Look how mad he looks. You know why he's upset, Rob? He can't wipe his own ass. His butt itches, and he's just angry.
You get the ocean waves to clean it out, like the ocean is his bidet. Oh, okay. So this is a book. This one here's another mystery box, grand prize for that I picked up from T. Ravis, $50 mystery box. This was the grand prize. Superman there, first appearance of Doomsday.
Yep. Mine are still raw, but yeah.
Hey, it came like this. I was happy to take it.
Yeah, I want to get my Death of Superman series like slabbed. I love those, but those are some that I still flip through. I just guess I need to get a second copy.
All right, so there's only one King of variants, although Star Wars is trying to dethrone him, and that's our man Venom. So time for some Venom variants. If Sold Twice is here, he'll be happy now. Venom 26, the infamous first distributed appearance of Virus, intended to be the second appearance, but distributed before Free Comic Book Day 2020 due to COVID-19 shipping delay. This is
What a
the peach.
mouthful.
This is a peach Momoko variant.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And this is Peach Momoko did some great Venom variants here. Horror was her background originally in Japan,
Okay.
and so she really kind of got to dig into some of her roots doing these Venom books here. This was one of those here in Venom number 26.
Can I see the back cover, please?
Yeah,
Ah, okay. I didn't know if it was an ad or more art. That's
it's
incredible.
a store exclusive. Yeah. So now this one here, Venom 27. I'm going to show you first. So this is the front cover. This was our cover beast. There were 3 variants. One was a trade dress. You had this Virgin. This was a Frankie's Golden Apple variant exclusive. And 27, of course, 27 was the first full appearance of Codex. So I don't know. Is that going to be a key now that everything's all about Dylan? But this is the version, the C cover. This is my favorite because, like I said, I dig some Peach Momoko. These are great covers. But what's the thing that I love about some Peach sketch cover is unique in the sketch cover realm. Oftentimes we get a quote unquote sketch cover, which is really just a finished pencil drawing, or that's maybe already been inked and stuff. It just doesn't have any color added to it. It's almost like line art. But when we get a Peach sketch cover, this is a true sketch cover where you can see the marking out, the lines used on there for marking out the center of the face, and the lines that she starts putting in there and abandons as she's working over it. You see the layers that go into it. This is a true sketch art, and this I just love. I mean, it's great, but I mean,
yeah,
damn.
That sketch art's so much better. And it's breathtaking. I don't use that word a lot, but
yeah,
that's incredible stuff.
I can't wait to give. I got a set of the no heroin. Was a limited series that was done. I have all the books in that sketch style from Peach Momoko. Just gorgeous. All right, this was from. Oh, I remember. I got this book from I think this was in my V19. There's a V9. Oh, one of those, that Spider-Man booth. Yeah, this is my blackout box. Cool. Street Level Heroes, Venom number 29. One of 17,000 Tyler Kirkham variants for this one. I mean, my God. Street Level Heroes and Unknown Comics, they got the art on this stuff, and they just, for this little Venom Beyond stretch, and they milked. I mean, there literally are like 7 or 8 different variants of just the same cover art of a book of an issue that already has 47 different variants.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest crazy things to me, was coming back into the hobby. It's like, what, Venom's a good guy now, and some people are just too popular. Some characters are too popular to just stay pigeonholed. Like, they've got to keep expanding. And then they created this whole Venom verse. Like, there's a Venom King and the Spider's a thing. It's like, Todd McFarlane and Lifer, they just did this thing with Venom back in the day, and that was fine. Venom was a good bad guy, and he's so much more than that today.
I will say though, I didn't read. I wasn't reading when I got back into comics hardcore. I wasn't reading Venom, and when this series came out, I wasn't reading it initially. And around issue 10 or 11, everybody was talking about it and just going how great it was. So I thought I'd pick up a couple issues, and fortunately, I was able to go, oh, this is pretty good. Let me go back and get those first 10 issues, and I was able to pick up the full run of this Venom, because right now, if you try to pick up those first 10 issues, oh my goodness gracious.
Spider-Man 300 selling at $1,000 now, and I just cannot wrap my mind around that.
Spider-Man 300 sells for well over 1,000, because I saw the other day this is an 8.5. I saw the other day a sale for an 8.5 that broke $1,000 on it, and I was like, oh, you're got to be kidding me. But yeah, it is crazy. Some of these books. I mean, the Carnage it being selling for like, fortunately, it has come down some already. Now the trailers are out. From its peak.
Yep.
But to see books like, I mean, even $2.99 and $2.98 in 9.8, those are almost $1,000 books now, and
doesn't make any sense.
But yet then again, like we were talking about before the show, I can go pick up a Captain Marvel #1
Yep.
with Marvel in an 8.0 for less than $700. It just blows your mind. I mean, or the amount of some of these Golden Age books I've been picking up. Granted, they're not necessarily keys, but some of these beautiful 7.0, 8.0 Golden Age books I'm picking up for like less than $150.
Yeah.
It's criminal.
Yep.
All right, last book. Mr. Tinian has been a bit of a hot artist, a hot writer, as we were talking about writers.
Mm-hmm.
And although people will criticize his Batman run, everything else they love him to death. And I keep praying on the Batman stuff that he's going somewhere with this. But one of those titles he's done through Boom is a title called Wind.
Okay.
And this is another example. This is a Peach Momoko, again, another Peach Momoko sketch art variant.
Man.
I wish I couldn't. I do have the non-sketch art version, but it was in a different box because it's signed by Tinian. But just the pencil work is just so beautiful. It doesn't need the colors to stand out and just be amazing.
I wonder how long it takes her to do something like that.
She does. You know what? If you follow her on Instagram, periodically she does live drawing sessions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on Instagram. It's quite interesting, especially as an artist, if you're into art. I am not an artist, but I live with two artists, or aspiring artists. So, yeah. All right. So we're coming up on close to the end of the hour here, and I want to make sure we do this. Let's get another run here. Or another 5-box pool. This time, because in honor of DJ Lynx and I doing our box battle later today at 6 p.m. Eastern on this channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can be there for that, because it's going to be an amazing box battle. We got the Dorkeries coming to host, be color commentary as DJ Lynx and I open up the Go Dork Yourself 2 mystery box. And we have Small Town Collectibles, Slotted Up 503, and Chip Getler are going to be our panel of 3 ringside referees. So that's going to be awesome. So hashtag box battle. Go at one word, box battle. Go ahead and put that into the old comments right there, and we will go ahead and do ourselves another random pull here. Let me set this up. Hashtag BOXBATTLE. And we will do another pull. Magic. Anyways, what you got coming up while we're waiting? What you got coming up on the? Let me bring you up here so you don't have to be a midget on the. What do you got coming up this week?
All right. Well, so coming up this week tonight, I drop my newest video. I put new content out every Saturday at 6:30. This one is actually my first time lapse video. I find time lapse videos incredibly fulfilling. It's like watching someone clean a deck, with a pressure washer. So it's me building this Lego Daily Bugle. It took 8 hours. I did an hour a night for 8 days. And the process of creating a time-lapse video is incredibly time-consuming. So I doubt I'll ever do another one. But it's fun to watch. And then after that, I have a video where I built a guitar out of a snow shovel. So that'll be following the next Saturday. But other than that, I'm doing monthly giveaways. I'm 5 subscribers away from 300. So when I hit 300, I'll do another giveaway. So I got 2 giveaways coming up.
So you'll see down below the link to Caps on Comics YouTube channel is down there. Go ahead and make sure that you, after we're done here, click that link, go over there, hit subscribe so you can be a part of this.
Awesome. Thanks. Yeah. And after that, I do Friday Fun at 8 a.m. every Friday, and it's Name That Song. Or sometimes it's Name That Band, where I play like 3 bits of 3 different songs together and just name that band or name the song. So a lot of fun stuff coming up. So yep, as soon as I hit 5 more subscribers, hit 300, there'll be another giveaway.
Cool. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about on those time lapse. I did my big brisket cook one video recently, and I got another one that I did on smoking some spatchcock chickens that I have yet to sit down to edit. Is my problem. I meant to post it last week, but I've never gotten around to editing yet because it's just there's so much footage on those long things that it's just a pain. It's more of a pain than sitting down. Most of my videos I shoot in one take, and I just split out my intro and maybe add in some comment, some word comments as I may observe my own stuff that I go, you idiot, why didn't you do this, you silly bastard, or clarify, oh, you said this wrong, that's not correct, it's actually this. But I do have tomorrow I'll have 3 silverback mystery boxes that'll be unboxed, and then Monday mail call. All right. Let's go ahead and bring up the old comments. Let's add it out here to the screen here. We got our box battle and start collecting some comments. And we got 8. Let's draw and see who our winner of the chicken dinner is. I don't know what it is, but it seems like more often than not, whoever wins the first one wins the second one. I don't know what it is, but that's just great. Saves me on shipping, and it's completely random as far as I know. So I never could figure it out. Congratulations. You get yourself another pull. All right, Kenny, help him out here. We're going to get him some good pulls here.
Sure. Let's start. Go ahead.
You tell me. How are we going to start?
Well, the first one, let's just pull, let's say, 5 from the front, and then we'll do 5 from the back.
2, 3, 4, 5. All right. 5th one, or count 5 off and then pull the 6th?
Just the 5th one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5th book. We have Watchmen number 2.
Oh, awesome. I love the Watchmen.
All right. And then we're going to go the 5th one from the back, he says.
Yep. Same way.
1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5. Fantastic Four number 11. Must be after they relaunched something and redid the numbering.
Cool.
On there. Some Fantastic Four action. Witness the power of her. Claremont Fantastic Four.
I love Chris Claremont.
All right.
Slab Hub, middle of the box.
Anywhere in the middle?
Anywhere in the middle.
Let's just, okay, I'm looking away. I'm averting my eyes. We pull out the New Warriors number 9.
Oh, that's a great cover of the Punisher. Such a contentious character, man.
Just going to go to some sliding back and
forth.
There we go.
Now. And stop.
All right. Give them a good book here. What do we got? We have Secret Avengers number 1.
Oh, that one's great. Yeah. Look at that cover.
All right. Last book. Get them a good book.
And stop.
I said get them a good book. No, I'm just kidding.
My bad. Put it back.
We'll put it back here.
That's whatever you want to do. It's your show, man.
Hey, watch. He's like a big Green Lantern fan.
I love Green Lantern. Okay, and stop.
You keep going right to the front.
I can't help
Donald Duck Adventures. I don't know. Never could have figured out. I'll give you one more mulligan. Do you want Donald Duck Adventures? You got a kid? Yes or no? If you don't want it, I'll put it back, and I will give you a mulligan here.
I'd take the Green Lantern over Donald Duck. That's just me, though.
Nice. I'll try again. Okay, we put that at the very front. Yeah, the very front books are like a couple kids' books that are in there for like people with like young kids, but.
And stop.
All right. There we go.
Yeah.
X-Men number 202.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with X-Men.
There we go. Look at that. I'm sorry. The Uncanny X-Men number 202. Very cool. All right. So we got X-Men 202, Secret Avengers number 1, The New Warriors number 9, Fantastic Four number 11, and Watchmen number 2. All right.
Awesome.
Congratulations. We'll make sure that those go out to you this week. Everybody, thanks for joining today on Slab Hub. Next week, again, hopefully Chris will be back if they release him from prison.
Or if you said he may be pregnant with some slabs. So
Maybe gives some birth to some comic book slabs or something. I don't know.
Get him some cigars.
Whatever. Yeah, he's helping out a friend again. The guy's a nice guy. What can we say? I mean, anyways, so next week, same time, we'll do that. Again, tonight, please check out the Box Battle. DJ Links and I doing that all throughout the week, new stuff. So make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. Again, Kenny's information down below there. Help get him over the next threshold there. We're trying to hit what, 400, is it?
300.
300. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Oh, come on. It's criminal. Look at that wall he's got there. Get him up. Get him over 300. Go ahead and make sure you go like and subscribe. His information is down below. Thank you very much, Kenny, for hopping on here last minute. Hopefully we'll do some. This won't be the last time we're on here. We will battle walls one day and I'll lose, but that's okay.
No, man, anytime. And thanks for having me on the show, man. This has been a blast.
Excellent. All right, everybody. Until next time, make sure you collect what you want. Don't listen to anybody, including myself, because I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.